Arsenal were the only team in the Premier League with a 100% record as we enter match number 4. Breathing down the necks, though, is Manchester City, Leeds, Tottenham and bloody Brighton on 7 points. Who's going to take advantage this weekend? We'll take a look at that. More next. That's right, folks. Back giving a prediction video today before match number 4 in this year's Premier League, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, smash the old subscribe. Bang up the old things, Rovers related, Premier League related, World Cup related later this year. That's right, boys and girls. Arsenal, can they actually do this? Can they? Are they the real deal? Are they the real deal? Can they be title contenders? Can they be top 4 contenders? We'll have to see how, of course, the season pans out. But, of course, big indication could happen this weekend where they put their unbeaten 100% success rate on the line. Will they win again? We'll take a look at it. All of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VRPs. They are the patrons, of course. And then I am talking about this. Please vote, vote, vote. Blackburn Roverseas, best content creator, best in video for an organisation, best club content creator for, of course, the Football League. Please do me the favour and vote, vote, vote. It is 100, and I'm telling you 100% free, my friends. Free to do it. Cut the /vote Roverseas. You don't even have to pay. It's so quick. You don't even have to put your name in there. You go into this, you click on the link, whether you use the QR code, type in this, or use the link in the description, whatever it is. You go there, you punch in Blackburn Overseas 3 times. You can even copy, paste, paste. It'll take less than 10 seconds to get your vote in and move us a step closer to the unthinkable. I know. We're not going to win this. We are not going to win this. There is no way, shape or how, unless something batshit crazy goes on, we are not going to win these. However, we could get our names read out, and that's what I'm after. I want at least our name read out once in the thing. So basically, we got to get to the next hurdle, get enough votes to be nominated, to give my guys a night out. The Jacob Wards, the Lewis Hartleys, the Habens, the Stephen Wards, the Ben Sullivans, the Millies, everyone's, even Philly Rover, if he wants to come on over. Those guys want a night out. They deserve it. So let's get them, of course, a night out. But anyway, we are talking about, of course, the Premier League, of course, and enough about the old content. So please do me a favour, vote, vote, vote. Easy peasy. Let's get into it, of course. Take a look at these then. Spurs, squeaky bum time with a 1-0 win over Wolves. Oh, the 2-0 win, not too shabby there. Palace, 3-1 win over Villa with the 1-0 win, not too shabby as well. Draw, it was Everton against Forest. Look at me, let's stop the count. 3 for 3 for me, ain't too shabby. Fulham, 3-2 win over Brentford. I went with a 1-1 draw. Leicester City did lose to Southampton. Their big win for them on the road, 2-1 win for me the other way. Arsenal comfortable win over Bournemouth, 3-0 it was, 2-0 win for me. Sorry, yeah, that's right. Leeds, 3-0 win over Chelsea. I went with a 3-1 win the other way. Brighton with a big win over West Ham, monstrous win for them. All square it was between Manchester City going to Newcastle. And I did go big on, actually I did pretty shit in the end. I just started off brightly. I went with the 4-0 win for Liverpool. Of course, I think most of us did, and we'll see where you all ranked as well, and where I ranked amongst you. This is what the table looks like. As I said, Arsenal are 100%, 3 for 3. City are right there. Leeds and Spurs right here, right now. Just see Marsh boys look real deal, don't they, Leeds? They sold Phillips, they sold Rafinha, they still look the bloody deal. Down the foot, the West Ham are in trouble. Leicester, Wolves, Everton, Liverpool. Look at that, crazy. And Manchester are above Liverpool for the first time in a long time. It is a very awkward situation. I'm looking at that right now and I'm just thinking about the long term of this season. Fulham yet to taste defeat. Who else got promoted with them last season? Bournemouth, yeah, they'll be down there. They'll struggle. Who else got up there with them? Of course, it was Fulham. It was Bournemouth. My mind is a blank. Who was the other promoted side? Who was it? Bournemouth? Forest, yeah, of course, Forest are doing all right. I think, and they've spent a lot. They've spent a lot of money. So realistically, I'm thinking Bournemouth are going to be in trouble. Looking at this already, I did have Wolves in one of my predictions. I did have Wolves going down, and I'm going to stand by that. I think they could be a surprise candidate to go down as well. But anyway, it is still worth it. I can't really get into that. Anyway, enough about that. What we really want to know, what you really want to know, is the Super Bloody Brew. So I take a long hard look at the Super Brew, guys. Premier League predictor. Here we go. Is it available? Is it available? available. I'm doing all right, I think. 17th out of 87. We'll take a long, hard look at the round. Jono, 14 points for them. He got 12 exact, 1 slam point, 1 result point. Don't know what all that means, but he did fucking well, didn't he? As did Nutisha with 12 exact points as well. That means he got 4. He must have got 4 of those. That's what he did. What did I do? What did I do? I'm trying to... There I am. 7 points, not too bad. The same as Jacob there. Minnows are the best for Barca, also with 7. But above us, the Mexican sniper Geronimo and Vinny Hong's up there. The Prodigy, Captain Rawlins, Gibbsy, Ballman, Tristan Sanchez, Matt Pisa, A. Judy, Colin, DJ Snake, and Jono, though. Fantastic. Who did shit? Who did shit? Keeper did shit. Tom Steiner, all right, old shocker there. Greeny down there, 2.5. Nado, Matthew 21. Oh, you guys did wank. Get your prediction on, guys. Get your prediction faces on. How about the overall leaderboard? Now, this is what we really want to see. If you're in the top 18, you're absolutely fantastic. Yeah! I'm in 17th, bitches. 26 points on the board. Joint at 15th. I'm actually big mover, up 7 spots. Vinny Hung, though, up there. It's 13 spots. Look at Jono, 46 points with that big haul. Well done to him. That's how easy you can do. Con Snake, 32-point jumper, all the way up to 4th in the table. But the Prodigy is leading the charge, 33.5 points. It's not over. Far from over. It is just starting. We're just wetting the whistle. We are just wetting the whistle. You guys down here, though, actually, keeper down there with 9.5 points. So it's 85 years in it. Absolutely incredible stuff, guys. You guys are fantastic, and I appreciate you coming back to back. There's nothing in this for me. There is absolutely nothing in this, but just you guys being here is fantastic. So I didn't know I was on camera, but anyway, regardless, I was on camera. I was a bit smug. I was a bit cocky, but that's the way it is. You've got to be cocky in this game. Cut your fortune EPL Prem. Get involved. Get predicting. You know what to do, and of course, you know what to do about this, don't you, guys? Vote, vote, vote. Please vote, vote, vote. Cut the fortune. Vote Roverseas. Let's give my boys and girls a night out. Let's give the creators in the UK a night out for the Blackburn Roverseas guys. The Jacob Wards, the Bloody Millies, the Stephen Wards, the Ben Sullivans, the Alexander Havens, Lewis Hartleys, all the guys and arenas, of course, getting involved. The Holmesies, unfortunately, like me, I'm not going to pay for your flight out there, Holmesy. You're going to have to watch it remotely. But of course, get involved. Vote, vote, vote. Best in video, best content creator, best football club content creator for the Football League. Please do us a solid and get us recognised one way or another. But anyway, guys, we have to take a look at the next round of matches. There ain't no time to rest. The games are coming thick and fast, and they're going to be thick and fast next week. Of course, is it a double match week next week? I don't know. Anyway, Southampton up against Manchester United coming at you on August the 27th. That's right. And it will be at the St Mary's Stadium. Played 38 times in 1983. 7 wins for Southampton, 30 wins for United, 11 draws, of course. Southampton, 58% form, winning 3 out of the last 6 up against United. So just won once at the past 6, 33% form for them moving forward. The biggest win for Southampton over Manchester United was a 6-3 win, 9 goals in that one. Meanwhile, the biggest win in the way, a 9-0 win for Manchester United. Goodness gracious me. Southampton scored 54 goals compared to Man United's 107 over the course of those 48 games. Works out about 1.13 goals a game compared to Manchester United's 2.23 goals a game. Last time around, though, over at St Mary's, was a 1-1 draw back in August 2021. It's actually been back-to-back draws. In fact, for the last 6, have ended up all square between these two sides. Meanwhile, Southampton with a big 3-1 win over Cambridge in the Carabao Cup. They are through. Man United with a big 2-1 win over Liverpool, of course. We talk about that? We did, briefly. Kicking on forward, the odds for this one, 10-3 is your Southampton, 4-3 on is your United, and 14-5 is your draw. Can Man United bounce back? I think so. 2-1 win for them over Hasselhoff's boys. We'll give them a 3 points and move the chains. Next, of course, we have 2 informed sides right now. It's Brighton up against Leeds, coming at you at the American Express Stadium down at Brighton. Played each other 26 times, done 4, 12 wins for Brighton, 6 wins for Leeds, and 8 draws, of course. Just one defeat, though, in the past 6 games for Brighton right now. 75% form up against the Leeds side, unbeaten the last 5. 67% form, winning 3 of the last 4 games. Meanwhile, of course, the biggest win for Leeds over Brighton, 3-0 win. The biggest win away, a 4-0 win. Leeds have scored 28 goals compared to Brighton's 36 over the course of those 26 matches. Works on a goal point 8 a game compared to 1.38 goals scored by Brighton. Last round over at Brighton was a 0-0 draw back in the 11th of November 2021. Meanwhile, Leeds pick up a 3-0 win over Chelsea. Of course, monstrous win for them. Brighton, of course, 2-0 win over West Ham. Just conceded 1 goal all season so far. Look at the odds for this. We have Brighton 2017 on for the reach, 11-4 is draw, 3-1 is your away win. That's Leeds. 2-1 win in the end for Brighton for me on this one to take it to the next second. Kick it off was Brentford up against Everton. It's the is it a special derby? I can't really remember what a derby is. Whatever derby it is. Played 4 times since 2010. 3 wins for Brentford, 1 for Everton. No draws, of course. Just 1 defeat the past 6 for Brentford right now. 75% form up against the Everton side, who've just won 1 in 4. 58% form for them moving forward. Biggest win for Everton, 4-1 win. Biggest win in their way, a 3-2 win. They both scored 10 goals over each other over the course of those 4 games. Works out about 2.5 goals a game. There's goals in this, guys. There is goals in this. Last time played over at Brentford, it was actually just a 1-0 win for Brentford. However, they have played each other in some zingers players over the years. That was back in November 2021. Meanwhile, Brentford picking about a 2-0 win over Colchester in the Cup. Everton with a big 1-0 win over Fleetwood in the Cup as well. The odds for this Ban Barino, it is, of course, Brentford at even Stevens, 14-5 is your win, 5-2 is your draw. 1-0 win for me for Brentford on this one. Everton are, of course, starting pretty shit so far. Chelsea against Leicester. Leicester are also in trouble. Is Rodgers going to be facing the push? Played 38 times in 1994, 7 wins to Leicester, 21 wins for Chelsea, and 10 draws. Just one defeat the past 4 games for Chelsea right now, 42% form. Up against the Leicester side, just 1 win in 4 for them, 58% form for them moving forward. Biggest win for Leicester over Chelsea, 2-0 win. The biggest win in the way, a 4-0 win. In fact, Chelsea scored 72 goals compared to Leicester's 41 over the course of those 38 games. Works out about 1.08 goals a game compared to 1.89 goals a game for Chelsea. Last round, though, over at Chelsea, it was a 1-1 draw. That's back in May 2022. Meanwhile, Chelsea picked up a 3-0 loss against Leeds. And, of course, Leicester with a big 3-1 win over Stockport in extra time, I think, or maybe in penalties, of course. The odds for this one, of course, coming at you over at Stamford Bridge is a 5-2 on as your Chelsea, 17-4 is your draw, 6-1 is your way win. That's Leicester on this. 3-0 win in the end for Chelsea to take it, 3 points, and Leicester still remain in trouble. Liverpool up against Bournemouth coming at you over at Anfield. Played each other 13 times in 2004, 11 wins for Liverpool, 1 win for Bournemouth, and 1 draw. Of course, just 1 win and 6 over Liverpool right now, 33% form up against the Bournemouth side, also on 33% form, winning 2 and losing 2 over the last 4. Biggest win for Bournemouth over Liverpool, 4-3 win. The biggest win, a 4-0 win. In fact, Bournemouth just scored 9 goals compared to Liverpool's 33 over the course of those 13 games. Works out about 0.69 goals a game compared to the 2.54 goals a game for Liverpool. Last time around, the at Anfield was a 2-1 win for Liverpool back in March 2021. Of course, Bournemouth picked up a 5-3 win, penalty win or something win over the Norwich in the Carabao Cup. Liverpool, of course, coming to this on the back of a loss to Manchester United. The odds for this one, though, Liverpool 11-1 on for the ratio, 9-1 draw, 22-1 is your away win. Bournemouth here, of course, it's going to be a win for Liverpool at home. At Anfield, there ain't no slouches. They'll take the points on this one and get back to winning ways for the first time this season. Manchester City up against Crystal Palace coming at the Etihad, of course, played each other 31 times since 1994. 19 wins for City, 6 wins for Palace, 6 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat the past 6 games for Manchester City right now, 75% form. Up against the Palace side, also 1 defeat the past 6, 75% form for them moving forward. Biggest win for Palace over City was a 2-0 win. The biggest win anyway, a 5-0 win. Palace scored just 25 goals compared to City's 63 over the course of those 31 games. Works out about 0.81 goals a game for Palace, 2.03 goals a game for Manchester City. Last time around, though, over at the Etihad, it was a 2-0 win for Palace back in October 2021. In fact, back-to-back games unbeaten for Palace heading into this against Manchester City. Of course, Palace pick up a 2-0 win over Oxford in the Cup. City with a big 3-3 draw against Newcastle heading into this match. Last time around, though, over at the odds, 11-2 on is your City, 13-2 is your draw, 16-5 is your Palace. Of course, it should be a comfortable win here. 3-1 in the end for City. A little bit of a scare maybe with, of course, Palace scoring goal, but ultimately nothing too big in this one. Next, of course, it is Arsenal. It is Fulham. It is over the Emirates, of course, played 30 times to 1, 3 wins for Fulham, 21 wins for Arsenal, and 6 draws, of course. Arsenal, they're winning 6 on the bounce at the very least, 100% form for them. Up against the Fulham side, just 1 defeat past 6, 58% form for them moving forward. The biggest win for Fulham over Arsenal was a 2-1 win for Fulham, of course. Biggest win in the way, a 5-1 win. Fulham scored 22 goals compared to Arsenal's 66, works out about 0.73 goals a game compared to Arsenal's 2.2 goals a game. Coming at you, though, last time out over at Arsenal was a 1-1 draw back in April 2021 in the Premier League. Meanwhile, Arsenal picked up a 3-0 win over Bournemouth. Of course, Fulham did lose to Crawley, bit of a shit show there over in Crawley last time out in the Cup. Meanwhile, Arsenal 10-3 on for the ratio, 17-4 is draw, and 50-2 is your away win here. Another win for Arsenal makes it 4 unbeaten, 4 wins on the spin, and they look the real bloody deal. Into Sunday's games we go. Sunday, August the 28th, play each other is Villa up against Hammers. Over at Villa Park, played to the 47 times, 93, 13 wins for Villa, 14 wins for West Ham, 20 draws, of course. Wow. Of course, Villa winning 3 and losing 2 of the last 5, 58% form, of course. Villa, scoring 52 goals compared to West Ham's 54. Works out 1.1 goals a game. Meanwhile, West Ham coming to this on the back of 33% form, just 1 win and 6 for them. And their biggest win over Villa was a 4-0 win. They've scored 54 goals compared to Villa's 52. Works out around 1.15 goals a game. Last time around, over at Villa Park, it was a 4-1 win for West Ham back in October 2021. In fact, West Ham have had a good run against Villa in all competition, in all venues, unbeaten the last 6, picking up 4 wins on the spin and scoring a whole bunch of goals as well. 4, 8, 11 goals in the last 4 games when they take on Aston Villa. Villa, though, of course, coming into this on the back of a 4-1 over Bolton. Of course, West Ham did lose to Brighton last time round, of course, in the Premier League. The odds for this one, then, shall we? Coming at you. We have Aston Villa 5-4 for the Richard 11-5 is your win, and 12-5 is your draw. What a 2-1 win for the Hammers here. Another win in the bag over Villa, and of course, get their first 3 points records on the board. Next, of course, Wolves up against Newcastle United over at Molineux. Played each other 19 times in 2003, 5 wins apiece, and 9 draws, of course. Wolves, though, just 1 6, 42% form up against the Newcastle side, who are unbeaten in the last 5, 67% form, of course. Biggest win for Newcastle over Wolves, a 4-1 win. They beat them a 4-0 win. Newcastle picking up 24 goals compared to Wolves 25 over the course of those 19 games. Works out around 1.26 goals a game for Newcastle, 1.32 goals a game for Wolves. Last round, though, of course, over in Wolves, it was a 2-1 win for the Hammers. Not for the Hammers, for the Wolves, for the Wanderers. That's what I was looking for back in October 2021. Newcastle pick up a 3-3 draw against City. Of course, Wolves with a big 2-1 win over Preston. Newcastle are taking on Tranmere in the Cup, of course, today. Well, I think that's when this video will go out. The odds for this one, though, Wolves are actually 38 for the victory, 38 is your Newcastle, 23-10 is your draw. I'm back in a draw as well. It does seem pretty even and very, very difficult to call at this stage. And then wrap it up. It's the Jed Spence derby. It's, of course, Forest up against Spurs at the City Ground. Played each other 12 times since 1994, 5 wins apiece and 2 draws. Of course, Spurs just 1 defeat past 5. In fact, 1 defeat past 6 for them, 67% form for them. Meanwhile, Forest, unbeaten last 3 games, pick up a couple of wins and a draw. 50% form over the last 6. 1-2 lost 2 and drawn 2, of course. Biggest win for Spurs over Forest, a 3-0 win. The biggest win away, a 4-1 win. Forest have scored 14 goals compared to Spurs 17 over the course of those 12 games. Works out around 1.17 goals a game for Forest, and 1.42 goals a game for Tottenham. Last time around, of course, over in Forest, it was a 3-0 win for Spurs back in March 2005. Of course, Wolves pick up Spurs beating Wolves 1-0 last time around. Forest with a big 3-0 win over Grimsby. That was the last time around. The odds for this Bambarino is 6-1 is your Forest, 29 on is your Spurs, 7-2 is your draw. I'm back in Spurs here on the road, 2-0 win for them, and of course a real test for the metal versus Forest at home as well. So this will be a tasty wee game as well. That, my friends, is it. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. It will be Arsenal still 100%, City, Spurs, and Brighton up there with 10 points. Brentford doing a-okay into 5th spot. That, my ladies and gentlemenos, is of about all we have got for you. Be sure to vote. Cut your /vote Roverseas. We are looking for best club content creator for the Football League, best in video for an organisation, and of course, best content creator as a whole. We are up against the big boys. Yes, we are. We're not going to win them. No way, no how. We are just want to get our name read out. We want to be nominated. That is, of course, to get enough votes to be able to go to the venue and say, yes, we have been nominated for an award. That's all we want. Nomination, not win. Just get us over the line. You don't even have to vote the next stage, but that would be nice if we were to get that far. But please, 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 vote. It means the absolute world for me. And of course, if you already voted for someone else in another category, well, then just whack our name in there anyway. Just any way you can squeeze us in, that will be absolutely fantastic. And you guys will be Bambarinos for life. That is just about it. Of course, make sure to vote. Get your picks in, of course. And we'll see you, of course, when we come back around for the next batch of games. Of course, vote. Smash your subscribe. Like. All that kind of good stuff. Gets us recognised. Gets us content. Make Rovers relevant again. Of course, if we can't get Rovers relevant, let's get this channel relevant. Of course, get us spread amongst those other big boys. I do appreciate any support, any love, any votes. And of course, until then, guys and girls, I'll see you soon for the next.